What's going on, people? Hey, welcome to the Tidal Way today. Jerome from Birmingham. Let's talk a little football, a little foolishness. First of all, Rich got on me. I'm going to say this. Rich got on me. He teased me so much about Cottonmouth the other day. I got a handful of candy in front of me. So, hey, it won't happen to me this time. Hey, I apologize to y'all. But, um, hey, Tua had the surgery today. You know, that's probably the biggest news. He had the surgery today, and I'm hearing different things. I don't know. I'm just, hey, they're saying 6 to 8 months recovery. But hey, well, that's a game changer, like I mentioned last week. Hey, possibility to come back. Possibility. Bryce Young changes his mind, have it maybe. I'm just throwing it out there. I'm not saying it's gonna happen, but you never know. you know, Tua coming back. He probably was expecting to come in and start right off the bat, and it's not going to happen for him right now. And I say this right here, you know, Tua coming back. I don't know if I will come back. I probably would go and make that money to the NFL. That's just me personally. I probably just go on, get back healthy and go on to the NFL and let Bryce Young and Talia and Matt Jones and Paul Tyson, settle it out, work it out. But, it's going to take a while for Tua to come back. And so, hey, we want to pray for him and, hope he can get back on the field and heal well, recover well, especially with Alabama. I'm sure he'll be in good hands. I'm not worried about it. But let's see who we got calling. Hey, man. Rich? I'm sorry. Call back, my man. I don't know what happened, Rich. I could. I'm sorry about that, Rich, man. I don't know what happened, man. For whatever reason, I couldn't hear you, man. I'm sorry about that. That kind of threw me off a little bit. But call back, Rich. Listen, we gotta turn our attention, to Mac Jones when it comes to Alabama. I think Mac Jones. Is capable of going out there and winning the national championship. We gotta we gotta try to pull together and get behind Matt. Let's see who we got. Hey, who we got, my man?
Hey, what up?
What's going on, Larry? What's going on, Larry and Rich?
What's up, J-Ron?
Larry, sound like you feeling good, my man.
Hell yeah, brother. I'm always feeling good. When you're 71, you don't want to feel bad. Damn.
Well,
My doctor give me all that medicine. All I gotta have is a 12 pack. I told him.
Wow, Larry. Hey, man, listen. It's a pleasure to talk to you, man. I appreciate you giving me a call, my man, tonight.
Yeah, brother. We've been wanting to get him on your show, Jerome. I've been telling him about it. So what I was kind of hoping, Jerome, is let's do a segment called Ask Jack, and then you can ask all the people in the chat room. They ask him questions.
Hey, Jack, you gonna be up for that?
Him the questions, and then he'll answer them. All right?
You gonna be up for that?
I like it. Answers.
Hey, Jack, you gonna be up for that?
Yeah, brother. I'm always up for anything. It's got game.
Hey, well, look, my man. Let me ask you a question, Jack. What you think about the Alabama team now, man? How you feel about the Tua injury and What you think going forward?
Man, when Tua went down, man, they pulled the plug on me. I mean, I felt at that time, you know, I didn't care about national championship. I didn't care about the playoffs. I was more concerned about him. You know, in reality, that's the way I felt at the time. Now I'm clawing my way back in it, you know, trying now. He's feeling better. I'm feeling better, you know. So I went back and watched that tackle, brother. They ripped his helmet off and headbutted him, Jack.
Well, you know, that's
I don't know why. Yeah, they can't protect Tua for some reason. I don't know.
Well, that's just football, man, and he's just possibly prone to injuries.
Yeah, I know, but ripping the helmet off and headbutting him ain't football.
Well, yeah, you know.
You know, but anyway, I watched it. Hey, look, I get up and get the TV screen with a Bud Light. You see all kind of stuff.
Jack. Jerome, I'm going to ask Jack the first question, all right?
Go ahead, Rich.
I'll ask you, Jerome. If you and your buddies about 15 years ago were driving through Leeds and he pulled you over
oh, God,
and he walked up to your window, Jerome, what would you say when you saw him as a cop?
What the F?
Yeah. Hey, Jerome, I had a big old black dude one night, and I was working, and it's like 3 in the morning. I had out of state tag, and I pulled the car over. I couldn't see who was in it. And he gets out, and he just keeps getting out. That sucker must have been 6'9". And he steps out, and he said, "Can I help you, sir?" And I said, "Well, you have a nice night and Leeds, and we want to enjoy you coming to our fine city, sir. That's what I want to tell you. Because ain't nobody over 6'9" breaks the law."
Tell me about the time you pulled over Barkley. Tell me about the time you pulled over.
Oh, man. Ain't much to that. Man, he's a nice guy. You know?
Yeah.
You pulled over Barkley?
Charles Barkley, you know, when I worked Leeds.
Tell me about that.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. He was driving that Porsche with them bright fog lamps, and I pulled him over. And I said, "Hey, man, I can give you a brother ticket on these things now. Come on." And he said, "Well, officer, you know what? I will make sure I will not have them on." And he had his girlfriend at that time, you know, wasn't married to him. And they was just a nice situation. He was cordial, man. That's a nice guy. People don't realize how nice he really is.
Yeah. No,
oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, man, it's cool. His brother's a different story, man. But he's cool.
Well, he just wait.
I didn't know Barkley had a brother.
Oh, yeah, he got a couple of them.
I think one of them died from something.
Yeah, he got a couple of them. Yeah.
Yeah. His mother, she's real nice. She lives right there by the golf course. Well, I wrecked my police car when I hurt my back, man. Drunk run me off the road. Damn it, son.
Wow.
I went on, hit him head on instead of run off the road.
All right, Larry, one more police story, and then because everyone will be in the chat room asking you questions.
The statute of limitation is running out on these, so
Oh, you all right, my man?
You pulled over in the ditch.
Oh, man, come on, that's too long, man.
It's as long as this radio show. Nobody cares.
Hey.
The guy told a story about the guy in the ditch.
Jerome, listen, man, I'm working night shift, 11-7. We're about American Legion, the little alleyway that runs from there. And this guy, he wants to be a sergeant so bad, he's supervisor. He called me over there and pointed at this old drunk. He's always getting drunk, falling in a ditch. You know, he lives close. And he says, "Put him in jail." And I said, "Oh, come on, man." And he was passed out. So I got him and drug him in the car. Closed the doors and went about 50 feet. And he said, "Officer, I'm sorry about what I'm fixing to do." And I thought, oh shit, I didn't shake it down, man. And I said, what are you fixing to do? And he just went, all in his shoes. It run out on the floorboard. Hey, I whooped that police car around and went right back where I got that ass. And I slung him back in that ditch and went straight to the fire hall. Had my head hanging out the door gagging. Supervisor said, where's your prisoner? I said, ass back up in that ditch. If you want him, go get him. I'm down there blasting out my car with a damn fire hose, Jack.
Hey, look. Hey, Larry, you feeling good? You feeling good tonight, ain't you, my man?
Huh?
I say you feeling good tonight, ain't you?
Brother, I always feel good, son. I don't live to feel bad. My time is limited, brother, and I'm going to make as much fun of it as I can.
Amen.
Yes, sir.
Hey, well,
Yes, Jack. Yes, sir.
well, look.
Oh,
Hey, Larry, look. You ain't panicking about the season yet, man.
well, yeah, I just feel it's done. I don't know how you feel. I just feel dead in the water. So many haters, man. So many haters.
We don't give a damn about the haters, man. We don't give a damn about the haters.
I know, Jerome. I know.
The season is not over with.
If we went out, Jerome, we're still up against Oregon and Oklahoma. But I'm going to do like this, man. Be a true Bama fan, you know, that I've always been all my life. And I'm going to pull for the Tide, brother. It take me a little while to shake this off. You know, a few more Bud Lights and I'll be back, you know. just have to get my strength back up. It was a hell of a lick, man, losing our man, you know.
Well, that was a big blow.
Yeah, go ahead.
That was a big blow, Larry, but, you know, we'll be all right, man. We just got to get behind Mac Jones, and offensive line got to play a little better, man. The thing about it is we're going to need the defense to step up.
We need to beef up that offensive line, man. We need Tua's been getting roughed up too much. You know, every time he gets roughed up, it's off that right side, you know, and it's his blind side, you know. And I watched it. The LSU tackle and the tackle in this game, it was no difference. There were two big-ass linemen pursuing him, you know. There's no difference, you know.
Well,
they were, you know, but he just like he said, one door open, closes, another door open, brother.
Yeah, he'll be all right, man.
When he comes back.
He'll be all right.
I tell you, Jerome, I'm your fan, brother. I love to hear you.
What happened? I like listening.
I love to hear you go after fine mom. I don't give a damn about I don't give a damn about no Auburn.
Hey man. Speaking of Feinbaum, I didn't see it because you know my deal, but I heard from like a million people that that doofy Darryl got banned today or whatever. What happened, Jack?
You know what, man? I didn't hear it.
Darryl, he said, well, you know, Jerome, tell it.
Well, you know what, man? I don't know why he got banned today. I haven't listened to sports talk, man, since we took that L from LSU. But, you know, I heard on Twitter going back and forth with some people that he made a statement about Tua and the injury and whatever it may be. I really haven't saw it yet, man. But, you know, that's what you're going to get from fans like Darryl, man, when they can't beat you and, you know, they've been having issues with you the last couple of years, you know.
Why did he ban him?
I don't know.
Well, he didn't really ban him. He just said, you're the most disgusting human I've ever known. And if you never call this show again, I would be thrilled. Now that, I don't know if you call that banning, but Darryl, you could run over Darryl with a Mack truck and he'll still be back up with a phone in his hand.
Well, that's just reaction, though. That's just reaction. You know, that's Darryl.
Right. Darryl be back. He ain't gonna quit. He's like Jim. Jim be back.
Yeah.
All these people, man. I call in and I roughed him up and I got my shots in the other day, so he don't want to talk to me no more. You know.
Well, you know what, man? Feinbaum know what he's doing. He playing this role just right, man, and we all falling into the trap. But for the most part, man, he's just good at what he do. He's just good at what he do, man. And you know, and Fine Bum know all the characters he done built on that show, man. Pretty much drives this show, man. You know, and without his characters, man, you know, it's no Fine Bum.
I seen him when he came to Tammy's funeral. And when he did it, eulogy, I think you call it that, but how much heartfelt it was.
Yeah.
He loves us, man. He's going to be Paul.
That's it.
And, you know, if you don't want to talk to him, don't call him.
That's it.
That's all you can say.
That's it. Bottom line.
Bottom line.
So right. Tweets this weekend got him banned or got him called names or whatever.
Yeah,
He didn't say don't call back. He said if you never call back, I wouldn't care. He said you're the most repulsive, disrespectful human being I've ever seen.
That's funny.
Because he put a tweet up or something about Tua, and then something he said, Rich, I think you know what it was.
No, I saw it.
Yeah. About how's that feel, Tua?
Right, exactly.
Well, you know, hey.
Fucking idiot. He's a fucking idiot.
You know what, man?
He was with me all weekend, too, man. He was sending me stuff like, you know, you mad, bro, and all that stupid shit.
Well, people take it too personal, man, but, you know, that's
the Alabama fans.
Yeah, that's a Daryl reaction, man.
Well, yeah. Is that what you're saying? I couldn't hear Drum. What? That's
a Daryl reaction, man. When you, like I said, man, when you can't beat Alabama, man, you know, no other way you can get to them by saying something negative about the team or about a fan. So, you know, we just feed into it. It's football, man, and fans gonna do it. You know, I don't take it personal. It is what it is, man.
Yeah, but I don't. Jerome.
Hey,
this isn't a normal fan. This is the lunatic fringe.
Well, I know.
He's the lunatic fringe. He's not a regular.
Well,
he's the dumbest son bitch I've ever heard. I mean,
well, he's playing his role.
Yeah,
he's playing his role, my man. That's the role he want to play in this game, and he's playing it.
I don't think it's a role. I think he really is that dumb.
Well, either way it goes, he's playing it. You know, he knew he was going to get this type of reaction when he put it out there, man. He put it out there for that reason.
You notice, Our-Man's been staying away from all that noise. You know, he ain't been coming.
No, Our-Man ain't got nothing to say.
I was just with him in Montgomery. He's good. I just saw him Friday.
I'm saying, though, he's kind of laying out of the fray. You know, he's not getting in.
He's a good guy, man. Rusty,
yeah. Thank you. You can kiss my lily white ass when I think about it.
Hey, well, why is that, Larry? What's the deal with you and Our-Man?
Well, he just crashed. He talked about us down there at Tuscaloosa. You know, Jerome couldn't even talk. No, he couldn't for his ass.
Well, no, I wasn't really gonna feed into it, my man. I knew what the deal was that day, so I just kind of backed away and let everybody else have a conversation.
I didn't know it was gonna be about political crap. If I know that, I wouldn't have went.
Yeah, man.
Excuse me, Larry. For the listeners, this was what they're referring to is the Comedy Central show. I don't know if all y'all saw it, but it was Larry, Dillis, Rusty.
Yeah, I got a ticket, and then Paul said, I'll take care of that. Hell no, he didn't take care of it. $139. And Phyllis was telling that policeman about me being a non-veteran and ex-police, and that policeman just kept riding. Phyllis, that shit ain't working. Just quit. It's not working.
Hey, but you know what, though? It was a pleasure to meet all of y'all that day, man. I had a good time meeting y'all, man. And, you know, it was fun to be down there with y'all.
Well, we need Jerome.
Hey, Jerome, has anyone written on the chat room a question for Jack?
Man,
because I can't.
I'm actually listening to you and Jack talk, man, and probably glancing back and forth, but for the most part, they just laughing and, you know,
that's cool.
Just asking questions, talking amongst themselves.
Who's all on there? Tell Larry who's all on there, because I can't see it either.
Well, it's Phyllis, Darlene, James, who else on there? Fine Bomb, and I'm probably missing some more. I think Jason, Jayla Cat, a few more on there in and out. I'm missing some. I'm pretty much listening to the call, so my bad. But Larry, they sitting back laughing at you pretty much.
I know everybody that he is absolutely funnier in person. If you think he's funny on the phone, you should spend 6 hours drinking with him.
Yeah, I didn't know there was everybody listening. I thought we were just 3 of us. Really?
What?
I swear, man. I thought Rich said it didn't go through, and I was just talking, man. I might be more careful.
Well, hey, Larry.
I might be listening in. Hell, I might be listening in.
Well, I hope not, Larry. But you all right, my man. You good? You ain't saying nothing out of the way. You good? You good, man.
I love you, Jerome.
Hey, look. I hate to take you away from your 12 pack, man. Seem like you probably on your second 12 pack tonight.
Yeah. Do what, Jerome?
How many beers you drink so far, Jack?
Oh, I've been kind of slack today. About 16.
Damn.
About somewhere around there.
Man, one to knock me out. Hey, Larry.
A few of them 12 pack, but I started about 12. I shouldn't have started so early.
Look, Larry, one beer will knock me out, man. You talking about 17.
Oh, man, I can drink a case, no problem.
So what about the watch party, Jerome? And then any chance for that? And then we get Larry over there?
I don't know, man. We might need to sit down and talk about it, man. I had planned on doing one for the LSU game, but I missed that. I don't know if I'm gonna target the Iron Bowl and yeah,
that was a bummer, that LSU game. Well, that's one I got tore up.
How bad you get tore? How bad you get tore up in that game, man?
Son, I went over 24. I'll tell you that.
Wow.
And I'll tell you what, my right hip hurt so bad while I was stomping my foot on the floor, you know, and hollering. I was by myself watching it, which I thought I was going to have to go under a suicide watch after that game.
Well, yeah, that was a good shot, but hey, I got over it quick, man.
What do you think happened, Jack, in that game?
I just think just Tulane played a lot and he trying too hard, man. It was just trying too hard.
Yeah.
You know, and I blame coaching for the poor ass penalties. Too many men on the field. 99 got nailed the game before that on the same thing. Damn it, son. If you can't keep that big fat butt off the field, then something's wrong. That's your coaching.
Well, you know,
that was an interception. Yeah, that was a killer. Yeah.
Well, it was a little bit of everything, you know.
Do what?
It was a little bit of everything, man. His chemistry was off, and it cost a lot, man. It cost him big time. First half, especially.
Yeah, healthy too. Would have been a hell of a ball game. I give LSU credit, man.
Yeah, you don't have a choice but to.
They ain't got a defense. That's gonna bite them in the ass. You watch.
They got enough to win a championship.
They got enough to win.
The LSU game, to me, the coaching decision that really, I think, if Nick had it back, he's kicking himself in the ass. For getting greedy at the end of the first half. There was like 26 seconds.
Yeah, that's what I said. When we threw that pick.
That interception, that was the decision I think that he wished he could have got back.
And you got a stud running back. Come on, man.
Yeah, that was a bad decision, definitely.
You talking about when he went for it? When they went for it?
At the end of the first half, Jerome, because LSU was getting the ball in the second half.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he threw that pass and got picked.
Yeah, got picked. Yeah.
They scored off of it. Yeah, man, that's a killer.
Yeah.
That one.
Because if he kneels, they go down 13 at half. But LSU was getting the ball. But he throws the pick and they score. They go down 20 at half, and LSU gets the ball. So that was the killer because that's the possession they lost. Yeah. That's greed.
Yeah.
Well, you know, it costs us. It costs us, but it's football though. It happens, you know. It was just
happens,
it happens, man.
Yeah.
Hey,
I'm going to say it in between you two, and I can say it because we're on the phone. We're not in person, so I don't have to fight. But the better team won that day.
Oh yeah, I agree with you.
I mean, I think there's
I don't agree with I don't agree.
Yeah, I agree with you, man.
My white ass. You bitch get some hate mail.
Well,
Well, they did. They were the better team that day, Jack.
Yeah.
Look at the scoreboard.
well, you know what, man? They was ready for that game. They came prepared to win that football game, and they played for 4 quarters.
Not ready for the game.
Well,
That's different.
if that's what, hey, look, if that's
They wasn't too ready to give up how many points in the second half?
well, what?
If we get an onside kick
Right.
and go in, then what? Oh, we're the best team in the world. You know,
Right.
so it works out, but I'll never yield to any that naysayers or hairsayers that say, well, they were a better team. No, hell no, they wasn't.
That day.
Well, you know what? They was the better team that day, man.
That
And,
day, were.
yeah, you know, if it was a rematch, listen, if we had a rematch with the healthy Tua, man, I would take Alabama in a rematch. But right now with Mac Jones, I don't know.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know.
I like the Mac. He's trying, man. Hey,
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
and to discourage and putting out discouraging things from the fan base about him, it is not helping that man.
No,
You
I
need to be
agree.
behind him, brother. You know, like we are.
Yeah, I agree with you.
We're Bama, man. We're
Yeah.
Bama. But
Yeah.
there's people will be saying, "Oh, Mac Jones ain't got it." Hey, give him a chance.
Well,
Agree.
well, I agree with you. I agree with you. I think the defense is going to be the key, though, if we're going to win a national championship the next 5 or 6, the next 4 games.
Jerome, before we let him go, and because I know you got other callers that want to call, let's ask him about the Auburn game. Jack, what do you think? What's the key to the game, obviously, besides Mac Jones playing well?
Well, I'm gonna tell you something. My sister's an Auburn fan. And why can't you just? Yeah.
No way.
Yeah. Not only that, is when she went up north, I don't even recognize her when she talks. I can't understand half crap what she says. But she told me, she said, "Why can't you just let us win something?" I said, "I don't want to see you win a coin toss, Lucy." I said, "Not even a coin toss." I think Auburn just don't have a quarterback, man, and his coaches ain't helping him. I don't know where, if Malzahn's there next year, it'll be a shot.
Well,
He's done got his Lamborghini, so what the hell's he care?
well, I think, man, I think they're gonna need a doggone offensive coordinator change, man, or a head coaching change. That's just the bottom line. It's just
head coaches,
yeah,
head coach.
Yeah.
Because
That's a pretty big back. That's a
well,
really
so
big number,
hell,
yeah.
they ought to get the guy that brought him in to come up off something. My God, I don't know where that come from.
Well,
I was listening, and 49 million. How can you lose?
Right.
You know, Jerome. Hell, Jerome, you'll take that coaching job.
yeah, I definitely will. But you know what? Auburn can afford it, man. If they're gonna make the change to be an elite team, they need to make the change. They need to do a head coaching change or offensive coordinator change, one of the two.
Yeah, because I remember all this Albie talk when they won, and what did that guy that Phyllis called him cow turd? Yeah, dynasty's done when Auburn beat Bama.
Right.
Remember?
Yeah.
I mean, that's
He
the
said
same
Malzahn was going to own Saban. He said Malzahn would own Saban.
That's right, Jack.
Yeah.
That's right.
Well, Larry, listen, man, I appreciate you calling me, man. And listen, man, you make sure you call me back. I enjoy talking to you, my man. And we're gonna
brother, love you, Jerome. You know that, brother.
love you too, man. I'm gonna have to get with you and drink one with you, drink a half or drink something with you, man.
Come on, man. I got a bass boat, 2017 Phoenix with a 250 on it, runs about 74.
No, you ain't gotta worry about me getting on no bad boat with you. You can cancel that.
I've been trying to get our man's ass on it.
Yeah.
Only one of us ain't coming back.
That's why I'm not getting on there with you. But hey, I appreciate you calling, my man, and call back.
I love y'all.
All right, love you too, my man.
Take care, brother.
All right. All right, man. Oh, Larry, I tell you, man. Oh, Larry, Larry be on it, man. You can't take nothing away from Larry. Larry on his doggone his beer. He enjoys beer. You can't take nothing away from him, man. I tell you. And I don't even know if Larry really understand what's going on. He probably feeling so good. he feeling so good right now. So let me see who we got calling in. I can't even get that one for whatever reason I want to pick up. But I don't know. I think Alabama will be all right with Mac Jones. You know, I think Mac Jones, and if Mac Jones can get out there and like I say, if the defense, the key to Alabama winning a national championship is the defense. You know, the defense has to doggone pick up, play good football. You know, if the defense, Terrell Lewis, he can come back. Lewis, Davis, we need DJ Dale, McKinney. We need all these guys to pick up and kind of play good football, and I don't know if it's really going to happen. This defense really, for whatever reason, they injuries. I'm just going injuries and the coaching stability and chemistry. It done really killed us this year, and I don't know if this defense can win a national championship. I'm gonna be honest with you, my man. To win a national championship right now, you got to tell me. Let's see who we got calling in. I can't even get them to answer, But my thing is this right here. Alabama, I think even with Mac Jones, Mac Jones at the helm, if Mac Jones can do it, I think not only Mac Jones, I think with Tua being injured, I think the guys can come together. I think they may want to win it for Tua. I just think these guys, I think Alabama offensively can win a national championship with Mac Jones. I honestly think they can get by Auburn. I think they can win a first round matchup with Ohio State. That's me. But it's gonna take the defense. It's gonna take the defense to step on board and to step it up. And like I said, you're gonna need Raekwon Davis to kind of have a good football. You're gonna need Raekwon Davis to kind of step it up and not only doggone his money's at stake right now, Raekwon Davis. Raekwon right now, he haven't really lived up to the hype this year. Raekwon really haven't done anything. He's been fairly average this year, if you want me to be honest with you. He's been super average. We can't get him to, I wasn't expecting him to have a Raekwon Davis type year, but I was kind of expecting him to, to earn some money. I was expecting for him to, kind of have a say. I just don't know if he was able to do it though. That's the thing. I don't know if he was able to do it. I don't know what, for whatever reason it didn't happen. I don't know. Raekwon, to me, who we got here? Hello? I can't hear him. I got somebody on the line, but for whatever reason, I can't hear him. Who we got here? I had somebody, for whatever reason, I couldn't hear him. But I don't know. Raekwon can, like I say, I don't know if Raekwon is able to win a national championship at home with Alabama. I just think Raekwon is. I think he's actually, if Baltimore and a couple more of these guys can step up and play better football, I think I don't see him really holding on, man. He needs to really kind of go on and leave Alabama, man, to be honest with you. That's just my point of view. Everybody got their opinion. It's just mine. Big as Raekwon is, I would have thought Raekwon would have had, double digits doggone tackles this year. I thought he would have been more dominant on the defensive side of the ball, and he really hadn't really done much. I don't know why he hadn't done anything. I don't know. It just hadn't panned out. He hadn't showed up. I would like to say I would expect him to have been a lot more dominant on the side of the ball, and he just hadn't been that dominant on that side of the ball. Um, I don't know. I think the other kids. I think McKinnon. I think McKinnon need to come through. I think Jennings need to come through. I think DJ Dale need to come back. I think Satan, Diggs. We need these guys to kind of step it up and play some football. And these guys right now is not playing. They're not showing up. Average tackling. We can go on and on and on and on and on when it comes to this Alabama team right now, man. And I just think, man, and to these guys, if to these guys, decide that hey, they want to play some football, and they can play some football, that's gonna be the only way we win a national championship. I see somebody else trying to call. It's not letting me, for whatever reason, it's not letting me answer it. And I don't know why, but I have no idea what it's doing. So I'm sorry if I can't get you on the line. It's not really letting me answer the phone. So, I apologize for it. It's not, for whatever reason, it's kind of freezing up. I have no earthly idea what it's doing. So the thing about it is, my thing is if we can kind of, like I said, I'm going to go back to the Mac Jones. I think Mac Jones is capable of doing it. I think Mac Jones brings a lot to the table. I think Mac Jones has a strong arm. I'm not really worried about him. I think he can, like I said, with all the talent around him, I think Mac Jones can do it. I think he can come. I think he can come in. I think he can bring it to the table. I think he can bring a national championship to Alabama. I definitely see him being able to win a national championship. The thing about it is, when is the opportunity, and when is he going to take heed to what he's got going on? And can he get past Auburn? Auburn defense is going to come to play. I'm gonna tell you the truth. Auburn defense is gonna come to play. They're gonna be ready to stop Alabama. Auburn defense is. I don't know if Bo Nix will finally have a big time game where it kind of comes to him and it clicks, and offensively they put up 30, 40 points. I don't see it happening, but hey, can Mac Jones do it against Auburn? That's gonna tell us a lot right there. It's gonna tell me a lot, because it's not going to get no easier with Auburn. You got possibly Ohio State if you get in. Let's say if you get in, because right now you got Oregon or Utah getting a lot of pub. I don't know if those teams going to be able to get in over Alabama. I don't know if the media tired of Alabama. So if they so ready for Alabama to kind of let me see if I can get somebody on the phone here. Who we got here?
Jerome.
Hey,
this Will, man.
Hey, Will, how you doing, my man?
I'm good, man. Just wanted to call in and say hey. And
hey,
how about them Tigers?
Hey, well, you know what, man? I can't do nothing, man, but give you much respect, man. It happened. Hey, listen, I knew y'all was gonna be a threat down the road. I saw that coming, man. I didn't expect y'all to win, but I figured it would be a good game. But I tell you, right now, man, if Alabama don't win a national championship, I'm always gonna say Alabama. But if Alabama don't win it, man, I can hardly see anybody beating LSU for a national championship this year.
I don't know, man. That defense is a little shaky, but I think our offense is good enough. But hey, after 8 years, we were due, buddy.
Well, yeah, that was a big momentum shot for the program, man. That was a momentum shot for the program, for the state, man, recruits, coaches. That was a game changer win for LSU this time here.
No, 100%, man. I'm sick for Tua. I got in a car wreck and broke my hip, and I was not an elite athlete by any stretch, but it changed my life, man. So I hope he bounces back. I heard the surgery went well today.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping. I actually hope he drops in the draft so he gets a better position with a better organization, you know, because I think he's a good kid and he deserves,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
I hope he doesn't end up like Bradford, you know, because he's got that kind of reputation of getting hurt a lot and, you know, all the talent in the world, but he's kind of had some bad injury luck, and I hope he doesn't end up like Sam Bradford. That's my thing.
Yeah, man, because this show's shaping up to be like one of those careers where it's like, what if, man, because, you know, he just hadn't been healthy, man, and, you know, you can contribute to a lot, but, you know, man, he's just possibly injury prone. I don't really know, man, but, you know, they saying the surgery went well, man, and he possibly can come back in 6 to 8 months, but that's going to be a big decision there because, you know, you either coming back to Alabama, you know, to play football and chance more injuries, or you can go ahead and go to the NFL. I'll be NFL bound.
He's not coming back. I mean, that's it. I mean, he's gonna get paid from now on, I'm sure.
Oh yeah.
I mean, well, he don't have anything else to prove in Alabama. You know,
Yeah.
the way I look at it.
Yeah,
and,
he shouldn't.
Yeah, I want him to leave.
Well, you know what, man? A lot of people want him to leave. He takes a lot of criticism, man, and Alabama takes a lot of criticism about him. But man, he is truly a talent to see, man. I tell you.
He's the best quarterback I've seen in a long time, and I mean Burrow finally is this year. He got another level with because we you know, Coach O put his pride aside and let the other coaches modernize the offense finally. And yeah, it's just man, it might be our year, but I'll be honest with you, Ohio State is as good or better, and their defense is excellent. Clemson's defense is better than LSU's, and I'm just, you know, I don't think Alabama could still sneak in there.
Yeah.
But Georgia, if Georgia wouldn't win the SEC championship, that would definitely leave Alabama out.
Oh yeah. I agree with you.
Because LSU then would sneak in with one win.
Yeah, I agree with you.
It's exciting. It's exciting stuff, you know, and it's been a while since we could boast about beating you guys because that's never. I mean, I was watching it with friends, and they're like, "Oh, we got them." I'm like, "No, this is Alabama. They're not going to quit. They're going to come back." And you guys made it a heck of a game, and I was nervous at the end there. If it had been another, you know, quarter in the game, y'all might have got us. Because the longer, it was just this is a great football game, man. The best game I've seen in a while.
Yeah, and you know what, man? The first half cost us. We just got to call it what it is. The first half cost us.
Yeah,
you know,
that's like Rich said. That interception before the first half, and then we scored a touchdown. That was at least a 10-point swing, maybe a 14-point swing, and that was the difference.
Yeah. And then LSU, they never took their foot off the gas, my man. Whether they didn't score in the third quarter, whatever it may be. A lot of programs, you know, going back to Georgia, you know, Georgia took their foot off the gas on Alabama twice, you know, and Alabama made them pay. LSU didn't. Ed Orgeron didn't. He kept going. He did what he had to do, and it paid off, man. And like I said, it was a game changer for the program. Not only for that win that night, it was a program changer there, my man. You know,
it really was. And I mean, I wasn't sure if Coach O was going to be right for the right hire. I mean, I'm not going to lie and say I knew it all along because I didn't know. But now it's obvious. I mean, the guy, this is all he ever wanted to do. He wanted to coach the Tigers, and he absolutely, you know, you don't just beat Saban in Alabama. I mean, it's just, and people that say LSU fans can't. If you're a true LSU fan, you can't not appreciate Nick Saban. He brought us a championship. He brought our program back from the dead. So if you're a true LSU fan, you have to appreciate Nick Saban. He's the best. He is the Bill Belichick of college football.
Well, you know what, man? Ed did what he needed to do. He needed to make this game more competitive, man, and he made it competitive now to where, you know, all he really need to do, man, is just sell it to the recruits, which he done pretty much sold it to them now because they jumping on board. You know, and I'm going to say,
you had to unshackle the offense. You had to modernize it and let the kids play. I mean, we had all this receiving talent, and they weren't getting the ball. And then last year, honestly, those same receivers were a lot of drop balls, and that was just a mental thing.
Yeah.
And now we got 2,000-yard receivers like Odell and Jarvis Landry.
Yeah.
About 10 years ago, and and Burrow's going to win the Heisman. He won the Heisman in Tuscaloosa the same way that Fournette got shut down, and then Henry took over the Heisman years ago. I mean, same situation, just different position.
Yeah, man. It's just look like it just may be LSU year this year, man. Right now, everything is just working out and it's just running smooth right now, and you just can't take a hiccup right now. Any hiccup will hurt you right now. But LSU done earned enough right now, man. A loss wouldn't keep them out of the playoffs.
Yeah, I mean, well, if you lose to Arkansas, that's not good.
Yeah, but it's not going to keep them out of the playoffs, though. They in. They in.
Well, if they lose, we can't lose one and then lose the SEC championship and then get in. That'll be 2 losses.
Well, yeah, 2 losses. I agree with you, but one.
Yeah, I mean, like Oregon or Utah, and then.
Yeah. Well, they wanted to let them in anyway, man, and I wouldn't be surprised at the end that it'd be a major push, especially if Alabama is the one standing there. It'll be a major push, man, to get somebody else in over Alabama, man. I definitely believe that.
Well, did you think about Jalen Hurts anytime this weekend after Tua got hurt?
You know what, man? Not really. I'm going to tell you the truth, man. Not really, because Jalen made a business decision, man. It was either sit at Alabama, man, and pick up scraps or go on to Oklahoma, man, and try to play, And it is what it is. Just unfortunate, man, it was a freak accident. It happened, and, we can't do nothing about it, man. And if it would have been, like I said, Burrows from Clemson quarterback, any of those programs would have lost their starters. They possibly would have been in a lot worse shape than Alabama. So, and it happens, man. We just got to move on and kind of pick up the pieces. And like I said, man, if this team's still capable of winning a national championship, it's a stretch. Don't get me wrong. But, I think Mac Jones can still play to elite level. I just think it's going to be the defense that, if they can rise to the occasion and play good defense.
Well, I mean, I'll be honest with you. I was, after the LSU won the game, I was like, just please don't let them back in the playoffs, because we've seen this picture again. And honestly, with Tua gone, I'm not as worried with you guys now.
Yeah,
and that's the truth.
Well, I understand. Yeah, I understand that, my man. And like I said, man, it'll take pretty much a miracle now for Alabama to win the championship, man. It'll take them guys coming together, man, playing for Tua, and just playing on another level. Because Tua brought a different, element to the game. Everybody feared Alabama with Tua back there, man. Tua just brought fear to the game.
He's one of the greatest I ever saw. Tebow was up there, but as far as passing, Tua was the best I've ever seen.
Yeah,
especially with you guys. But I just if you guys went out and beat Auburn impressively, I don't see. It's going to be tough for them to leave you guys out, even without Tua.
Yeah,
we'll see. I mean, a lot of games, a lot of seasons still left, right?
Yeah, a lot of football left, man. And like I said, man, you gotta just keep an eye on the Pac-12, man, and just see how Oregon and Utah finish, man. Because if they finish strong, they're gonna really try to put them guys in there. But I don't see how they can put a Utah and a Oregon in. Basically, the way Auburn is playing, man, and you want to give Oregon credit for losing to them, man. The 4 best teams to me all year long. If Georgia don't win out, if Georgia loses to LSU, they out of the way. If Georgia wins, they in. Alabama out. But to me, the 4 best teams is Ohio State, Bama, LSU, and Clemson. Even with Tua down, just talent-wise, I just think Alabama's still one of the 4 best teams in the country. And like I said, they can win a national championship, but it'll take a miracle with the defense, man, just playing some elite football the rest of the year. And I don't know if they're capable of doing that, my man.
Yeah, I'm with you. I put Alabama as the 4th best team. I really do. I mean, I know what my eyes tell me. And I know what the coach is. So
and listen,
look, man,
listen. Before I let you go, Rich was telling me to ask you what Archie doing. How Archie doing?
I haven't talked to him in a while, man. I had a lot of family stuff go down, and I had some bad luck with some other stuff, and I haven't talked to him in a while, to be honest with you. I know he's just trying day by day. Last I heard, struggling through life, but trying to have a good attitude. But I haven't talked to him in a while, man. Honestly.
Well, okay then, man. Well, listen, I appreciate you calling, man. And hey, enjoy the season, man. And let's see where it takes you.
Hey, man. Good luck on your show, brother. And we've met before. And I think you're a stand-up guy, and you're a classy. You're a classy Bama fan, so you're okay with me, buddy.
Hey, it's all in fun, my man. As I say, roll tide.
Right, go Tigers.
Wow. Well, I appreciate it, Archie, man. Yeah, I had the opportunity to meet Archie at the Feinbaum NCC media days a few years back, and Allison, I think Rich was mentioning Allison. I think had the opportunity to play on the Emmy Awards, and I'm at the Country Music Awards the other night. I don't know if I said that right, but I had the opportunity to meet a lot of these people. Let's see who we got here. Hey, who we got tonight? Who we got tonight?
Paul Wilson, #1 Bulldog fan. How you doing tonight?
I'm good. How you doing tonight, my man?
Well, I'm doing pretty good. I posted on media. I hate what happened to Tua. That it was an unfortunate thing. I've been watching the Phil Fallman show, and some of the Alabama fans think it's Nick Saban's fault because they're saying that it was a 6-month recovery for him when he had surgery. He put him out there against LSU before he was ready, and then he put him out in the Mississippi State game when they could have went with their backup to win the ball game. And so now Tua's out, and they might not make the playoffs because they're going with a backup, unproven quarterback. So what do you think?
I can see both sides of it. Nick Saban taking a lot of heat for it. It's coaching decision. I don't think it was only a Nick Saban decision. Both of them made a decision to play, but I still say.
Well, I'm not doing it because in the NFL, like Tom Brady. I mean, New England blew up 100 points, and Tom Brady played for the last snap. So they don't take Brady out just because they got a big lead because they're afraid he might get hurt. And Nick Saban has been the coach in the NFL. My favorite team, Miami Dolphins.
Okay, let me ask you a question. Now, you say you're a big Georgia fan. What do you think your Bulldogs gonna do this year?
Well, last time I talked to y'all was like my Georgia Bulldog fans. It looks like we just got a lot of bandwagons. I talked to you and your friend, your girlfriend there, with your friend, and y'all was telling me how Georgia had lost to an unranked South Carolina team and they're washed up. And I told you, just like I've been on the internet telling everybody, all my Bulldog friends, even my brother, they all saying that Georgia lost to an unranked, sorry South Carolina team. And they proved that they ain't good because they done lost 3 or 4 games, even Appalachian State. So they've done lost 3 of their last 4 games. So, but Georgia has won. It's just like I said, if you don't turn the ball over, you don't miss your field goals, we win easy the South Carolina game, and you don't do the pick 6. And so
can y'all beat LSU?
Jake Fromm is not a flasher like Tua. He just goes in and he don't make turnovers. He gets what he can, and they get the run game going, and they offset it like a Jay Barker. Just throw the ball when you have to. I guess you remember Jay Barker.
Can y'all listen to me? Can y'all beat LSU? Let me ask you that question. Can y'all beat LSU?
What?
Can y'all beat LSU?
I think we can because, when LSU come up against a good defense, they struggle to win.
I see you feel to say no.
They only won. I think it's 23-20 or 23-26 against Auburn. And Auburn give them fits, which Auburn didn't give us fits until the last quarter. I don't know why Georgia let us up like we let up against Alabama 2 years in a row, and we let up against Auburn. We almost lost it like we did.
Because Alabama. Of your coach?
Because Kirby Smart don't got the killer instincts. When you got a team down, put them away. And I didn't like the play calling in the 4th quarter. I don't know if you watched that game or not, but the Auburn game, we wouldn't put the nail in the coffin. We kept running 3 straight times and just kicking the ball, hoping to stop Auburn, and didn't want to throw the ball or none of that because they was afraid that we might throw an interception, make a mistake, and we didn't play to win. We just played to save ourselves and hold them to not win, and that's the same thing they did when they lost to Bama in the national championship game, and lost to Bama in the SEC championship, and then we lost to Auburn in 2017. We looked terrible.
Well, I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna tell you this. I don't think y'all can beat LSU. You know, I think y'all a pretty good football team. Now, don't get me wrong, but I don't think y'all can beat LSU.
You said that against. You said that when I talked to you after the South Carolina win, and this is what I believe. I believe we do it. We don't play like we did against Bama the last 2 years. And that's it's a championship game. We play them to the wire. I think we can, because our defense is the number one defense in the SEC, and we'll give up one rushing touchdown all year. And every time Barrow, I guess that's his name, Barrow, played a good defense, he didn't do good.
Man, Burrow's gonna beat the brakes off of y'all, man.
And when he did, and when he played Florida, he didn't do good.
Burrow's gonna beat the brakes off of y'all.
He did Alabama good because Alabama ain't what they're doing in the past.
Burrow's is gonna beat the brakes off of y'all.
I don't think y'all can beat Auburn without Tua.
Well, that's your opinion, though. That's your opinion, though.
So you saying we're gonna lose to LSU? I'm saying y'all gonna lose to Auburn, and y'all.
What you want to bet on that?
Like I even said that against. I even said that. You asked my friend Del Fonte. I said this a long time ago. I said that Alabama's defense is weak this year, and they're not that good. They give up 30 points to South Carolina. I know we lost South Carolina because we did mistakes, but we only give 17 points to South Carolina. It's just the turnovers. The pick six will cost us, and 2 field goals cost us. But their defense is a little weak this year, and they give up 47 points to LSU. So their defense ain't that good. When they play Auburn, they play down the wire, and I just believe that I might be wrong. I'm not God, but
you is wrong.
We can win, but we could lose. I mean,
you're gonna lose
like we did against South Carolina. But I'm just thinking if we play the way we played the last 4 games, I think there's gonna be a hell of a game with the SEC championship the way it was at Alabama and Georgia.
That ain't gonna be no epic championship unless you gonna beat the damn brakes off of y'all.
Huh?
That won't be no epic championship unless you gonna beat the brakes off of y'all. Period.
Well, you hate Georgia the way I hate Alabama. So,
I don't hate Georgia.
You're saying that the way I said that. I picked Texas A&M, Auburn, and LSU to beat Alabama this year.
Well, you was wrong.
We didn't have it, and I was wrong except one game. So I don't listen to other folks what they say. I just watch the game and hope for the best. And last year, to be honest with you, Alabama was putting up 50 and 60 points a game, and Georgia coming in. I just didn't think there was no way that we could come close to Bama. And we almost beat Bama. If we wouldn't have broke down the end, we could beat Bama 2 years.
Well, y'all, you can listen to me. You can get past all that wishing about.
Hey, they were some bad calls.
No, I don't want to hear nothing about no doggone bad calls. I don't want to hear nothing about no bad calls. I don't want to hear nothing about no bad calls.
And the referee, yesterday, when we played all day, no way, they overturned that onside kick.
Stop crying about, listen to me, stop crying about them games, them last few games.
Alabama for some reason, but I couldn't find no Alabama fans from Nick Saban got there. They're all jumping on.
Well, we can't find no Georgia fans still, so what's the difference?
And that's the way Kirby's going to do.
Kirby ain't going to do nothing.
Going in the right direction in Georgia.
Kirby ain't doing nothing. What direction y'all going? What direction? What direction are y'all going?
And we're going to do it.
Can you tell me what direction are y'all going?
We're going to win one in a couple of years, and Alabama's going downhill.
Please.
I've always said it was Kirby Smart. It ain't Nick Saban's at Alabama. It's Kirby Smart. They ain't get just good, and the offense, the goodness ain't good. Now that Kirby Smart in there, and Kirby's doing good. He can just learn how to kill instincts and put people away.
Kirby ain't doing a damn thing. Kirby ain't doing that, but almost getting y'all a national championship every year. He was hung up on. My man. I'm just having fun with him, man. I don't care for real, my man. But he hung up on me, man. Wow. Man, George ain't finna do that. Joe, speaking of George ain't finna go in there and beat LSU in no SEC championship game, man. He don't need them fooling himself and no other George man trying to fool themselves, man. That ain't finna happen, man. And if Burrows don't show up, man, if Burrows show up, man, and that team intact, man, Georgia, LSU will beat them, man, by 20 points, man. Bottom line. They'll beat them by 20 points. That running game on Georgia ain't gonna hold up. They'll stop the run. They'll make Fromm throw the football, and Fromm ain't got nobody to throw the football to. So, they can't beat LSU. It's all right to hype it up. We can hype it up all you want to and talk about it and wish all you want to, but Georgia ain't beating LSU in no SEC championship game. And so when you move Georgia out the way, I'm not worried about Oregon. I'm not worried about Utah. So Mac Jones going to get an opportunity to win a national championship at Alabama. Can he win it? I don't know. I don't think so. That's just my opinion, though. Hey, but he's going to get his opportunity because they're going to get in the playoffs. They one of the 4 best teams in the country. I don't care about, like I said, Oregon and Utah. Y'all don't talk about all them teams all you want to. Those teams are not getting in the doggone playoff. They ain't been putting them in there. Don't nobody respect Oregon. Don't nobody respect Baylor, Utah. Utah still getting their little credit and hype off Alabama in 2014. Please. Man, let's move on past Utah. Utah ain't no national championship caliber football team. They can stop all that doggone trying and boost them up and tell us they're not. They're not. The media probably, I can see them though going real strong in the next couple of weeks on where Alabama hurt, Tua hurt, and I can see that also leaning toward Alabama. Alabama don't have Tua and the playoff committee still give us credit, and which I can see that possibly happen. I definitely can. But, right now, Oregon, Utah, Michigan, I don't think Michigan get in. I hear a lot of people talk about Michigan. They play Ohio State. Man, Michigan ain't beating Ohio State. Y'all can stop that. That ain't finna happen. That's it. Nobody else, Georgia. And Georgia will have to beat LSU, and I don't think Georgia can beat LSU. So, and then who was to say Oregon and Utah known to slip up here or there. They have to play pretty much perfect games here on out. And they're not going to do it. They haven't played no perfect game. They're not going to play no perfect game. So I bet my money that Bama get in your 4th best team. We just going to have to sweat it out for the next couple of weeks, maybe the next month or so. We got to sweat it out. But when it's all said and done, I still say it lines up Alabama versus Ohio State, LSU versus Clemson in the semifinals, and it'll be a Bama LSU rematch. National championship game. I don't know if Bama can beat them this, but it'll be a rematch. I just think Alabama can beat Ohio State. It's crazy to say, but I still say Alabama can beat Ohio State on the neutral field with Mac Jones. Defense just had to play good football, and I think if they get there, I think they'll be hyped, motivated enough to play a strong football game. And I can see guys like Terrell Lewis, finally coming around. I don't know how bad the defensive line gonna take a hit. That defensive line gonna take a major, major hit. And especially if a lot of these guys can't come back. If they can come back, we'll be all right. I don't know how seriously is the DJ Dale injury. I don't know about the Raekwon Davis injuries. I don't know. I'm wondering is Terrell Lewis injured a little bit because he kind of really slacked off a little bit. Hadn't been so dominant the last couple of games, because he was pretty hot there 2 or 3 games in a row and kind of tailed off a little bit. But I think these guys, possibly, like I said, Alabama got to go to Auburn. I think Mac Jones has enough, capability to go down to Auburn and win that football game. Coach Steele gonna be ready for Alabama. Them guys, them defensive guys, they're gonna play ball and they're gonna be up for the task. I don't know if they can play 4 quarters trying to stop Bama. I think Nigel Harris, Brian Robinson, them guys hopefully have some big games against Auburn. It's going to take the running game pretty much to win that football game. They're going to have to control the game, control the ball in that game a lot. I don't know if they're capable of doing it, but they're going to have to control that game running the football and stop what little bit of running game Auburn is going to present. They're probably going to bring a lot of sweeps, tosses to you. What is it? That kid, I know he's super fast, but run a lot of tall sweeps and, reverses and, and just go for the deep ball. I think they're giving them a little credit, Knicks, for throwing the ball pretty deep. I don't know if it's gonna work pretty much against Alabama all night. I can see him hooking up with maybe one, possibly one, but for the most part, throwing the ball all night long on Alabama, Auburn, I ain't got that happening. We can talk about it. They can come up with all type of scenarios and say it's going to happen. It's not going to happen. I can see Alabama, like I said, winning that ball game 28, 34 to maybe 17, give or take, if that much. I just think Alabama still maybe 2 touchdowns better than Auburn. I really do. Who's to say, though? I think they can. Hey, what you saying, Rich, about Utah? No, Rich talking crazy. But I don't think Utah, can get in there, though. I just don't think Utah schedule strong enough. I don't think they're capable of beating top 2 or 3 teams in the country. I don't. I don't think they're physical enough. And I know we're going to go back to 2014. Well, this is not 2014. It's 2019. They're not finna beat, LSU, Clemson, possibly Bama, Ohio State. It's not going to happen. I just think, like I said, you got 4 teams right now. I think the committee is kind of focused on when it comes to this national championship. And, it's going to be those 4 teams. Unless Georgia, like I said, Georgia can throw a monkey wrench in it by beating LSU. I don't think that's going to happen, but that'll be the only team I think outside of Alabama that can get in the national championship game is Georgia. If Bama don't get in it, it's going to be Georgia. That's my opinion. And like I said, it's just my opinion. But, like I said, Minnesota got beat. They out of the picture, They had a good thing going. Probably could have built a little momentum, win, especially they could have beat Ohio State, but they're finished. I don't think Penn State can get in. I don't think Penn State's schedule is strong enough. Oregon, I think Oregon just beat Arizona. They got Arizona coming up, but they got Arizona State, and I want to say Oregon State. I don't know if that schedule is strong enough. I don't think it's strong enough to kind of win them a national championship. Oklahoma, people going to talk about Oklahoma. Oklahoma's hot right now, and Jalen came back, big game the other night. I didn't really watch all of it. I watched a little bit of it, but, he came back. They beat Baylor. I don't know if Baylor carried enough weight, to get Oklahoma back up there, They got TCU and Oklahoma State. I just think Oklahoma is too far out of the picture right now, to get up there. And, like I said, I just think right now, if Alabama don't get in from a Georgia loss to LSU in the SEC championship game, I think it'll be a Georgia getting in with a Georgia win versus LSU. Because even if Georgia lose that football game, that's not enough to keep them in front of Alabama. They're out of the picture. And like I said, it'll come down to what the committee want to do then, Hey, Alabama built up a lot of points and credit with the committee, so I can see the committee want to put Alabama in there. And I can also see the committee listening to, the chatter from the Oregon fans, the Utah fans. I can see all of that happening. I can see these guys wanting to get in there and put the Utahs in and the Oregons in, but hey, can Oregon do it though? I don't know. I don't think Oregon can line up and beat the LSU. I don't think Oregon can line up and beat a Clemson, Ohio State. But who's to say? Who's to say? I don't think so. I just think those teams are too strong for them, too physical for them, too much talent, man. I just think that'll be just a gratifying the fans and the haters when you come to putting Oregon and Utah in over Alabama. I think you put Alabama in. I think if you match them up against Ohio State and you match Clemson up against LSU and you play it out, that's where you get your national championship from. And hey, it's going to happen. We can sit back for the next couple of weeks and we can throw all type of scenarios out, but Mac Jones is going to be all right. Mac Jones can win. Like I said, Mac Jones can win this thing. He's not new to this. This is something he's probably ready for. He done lived for. He done dreamed about it and, fell into his lap. He's got an opportunity to leave Alabama being a national championship winning quarterback. Can he do it? Hey, I don't know. I know he has enough talent around him. Like I said, if the offensive line, can play a little better and, I don't know if the tight ends will be a big factor in winning the national championship. I think you can do it with Judy, Ruggs, Smith. I know Ruggs got a little dinged up. I don't know how bad he is, but I just think Ruggs will be back, and that's I think Ruggs and Smith and Waddle and Judy. Mac Jones, he don't have to be perfect all night long. He can make just enough plays. And I think he has enough talent to make just enough plays at Alabama. And I'm looking forward to seeing what he can do against Auburn. You're not going to get a real good judgment this weekend against Western Carolina. It's not going to happen. That's just going to be a game. You just show up, win. Hey, I'm not opposed to letting Talia play maybe a half or so. And I know Mac Jones needs the reps, but man, you still can get Mac Jones hurt too. Then if you get Mac Jones hurt, you really going with Talia. So, I say play Mac Jones a half, and you play Talia for a half, and just let them play and get the reps. Because anything can happen with Mac Jones. I think Mac Jones is, if you keep him healthy and get him in rhythm, it's gonna be a lot of quick passes, and he got to get his timing down with the receivers, and these receivers used to Mac Jones. They throwing the football in practice, so they used to it. You just got to get game time reps and get these guys focused. So, kind of just playing football together and from start to finish, And like I said, the motivation of Tua going down may be enough to motivate this team to win the national championship, I don't know. Possibly it can. Like I said, you're going to have to win the national championship. You're going to have to go through possibly three of the best teams in the country. And I'm not saying it for the last couple of days or weeks. It's Clemson, Ohio State, and LSU. If you're going to win a national championship, you're going through those guys to win it. And Alabama has to play, like I said, at an elite level. I mean, at an elite level to win a national championship. And defensively, they just haven't done it all year, like I said, Auburn is going to be a task, and I think they can get past that task, and after Auburn, it's going to get serious. There's no more room for error, and like I said, Ohio State and they're going to bring a lot to the table, and Justin Fields really haven't got a lot of reps against him, but you see what he's doing at Ohio State. Can he do it in the big time playoff game? I don't know. Possibly he can. You're going to find out because he's sure going to get his opportunity. He's playing elite football right now. Elite football, and he have enough weapons around him. The defense playing good, we can't judge them about, who they play. Can't judge LSU. These teams they built, they ready to play football. They're ready to win a national championship, and they're capable, It's a toss-up on a 4-game matchup with those 4 teams. It's an absolute toss-up. Alabama stood a better chance with Tua, but it's still an absolute toss-up. You putting those 4 teams right now in the national. I'm not going to even put Clemson ahead of these programs right now because even though Clemson kind of coming along, they playing a lot better football. Clemson started out kind of shaky, and you just they tell you Alabama hadn't been tested. Well, hey, Clemson hadn't been tested. Can they play physical against a team like LSU or Ohio State or Bama? You're going to find out that, So the same thing with Ohio State. Can Ohio State come to the table and play a Ohio State play a LSU or a Clemson or a Bama, stop the run and make Justin Fields throw the football? Can he throw it all night long to beat those programs? I don't know. It'd be hard to say. Anything can happen, especially with that talent, but I don't know, So I say, man, right now when it comes to this doggone college football team, it's probably the 5 teams that, including Georgia and Bama, that's capable. But I think it's possibly going to be one of the 3 teams winning, Bama, LSU, or Clemson. Man, would have felt a lot better with Tua, but hey, and I'm just going to say it is what it is. It would have felt a lot better with Tua. Definitely would have felt a lot better with Tua, but Mac Jones can come and do it. I think he's capable of doing it, and I can't wait to see him, match up against Auburn in the next couple of weeks. He's gonna be able to throw the football. I just don't think Auburn, their defensive line is the real deal. Now, don't get me wrong, them D linemen is the real deal, but I just think they linebackers and safeties get a lot of more pub, based on how the defensive line is playing. I think Alabama better move the ball on them pretty easy, not pretty easy, but I think they better move the ball fairly well on Auburn, even with Mac Jones. I just don't know if can the Auburn offense hold up all night against Alabama defense, and I just think we'll make more plays defensively against Auburn. But just Bo Nix is just not going to be his year this year. We saw that down the road, but that's Auburn, and you gotta let it play out. But he's just having a freshman year. Possibly have a better year next year, but right now he's just having a freshman year. And don't get me wrong, Georgia gonna deal with it next year from leave. Alabama gonna go through it. LSU gonna go through it. Clemson gonna go through it year after next. So we all gonna deal with it. So I'm just dealing. Alabama is more prepared to handle it. Right now I think equipped than anybody else, roster wise, talent on the roster. So I think Alabama kind of gradually kind of smooth it through better than anybody else. I just don't think LSU. I think LSU would they backup quarterback issue next year going to be kind of if these teams, the LSUs and the Georgias, don't get that elite transfer play in at quarterback next year, it could be a long season for those guys next year. And I know we just looking ahead, but it could be a long season for those guys next year. Because quarterback play in the SEC from here on out. When it comes to LSU, Georgia, and Alabama, that's where you're gonna get your and Florida too. You can throw Auburn in there if you get, but those and Texas A&M. But that's where your national championship is gonna come. It's gonna come among those teams if it comes out of the SEC. It's gonna come from those teams right there. I take my odds better with LSU, Bama, and Georgia. I think with those three teams, as long as they keep getting good quarterback play, they're gonna always be in the national championship hunt. They just gonna be there because of the talent, coaches, fans. It's gonna be there. They're gonna be there. It's just period. They're gonna be there. But other programs, like I said, Florida, they just like defense. Offensive coordinators and quarterback plays away from being elite programs. Auburn, Texas A&M. We get all these coaches a lot of money, man. But Nick Saban over the years, he's just always been able to kind of, whether it played up to the Alabama standard from some fans or for the next, he's always been able to kind of have a quarterback in play. We've always kind of failed in good hands with quarterback. May not have been the best situation, but we've had good quarterback play. So, I think I saw Marquise Mays. He made a statement, tweet earlier yesterday or today about, we won with Coker, McElroy, McCarron, and we can win with Mac Jones. I definitely agree with that tweet. We just need the defense to kind of play better ball. That's the key. The key to us winning the championship from here on out is going to be the defensive play. Can we get the defensive guys to play better football? If we can get the defensive guys to play better football, we'll be all right. That's just the key. We can't get the defensive guys to kind of slack off. I know a lot of injuries and kind of kills us this year, but we'll be all right. Especially like I said, if you can get the Diggs to kind of step up his game, and because right now he's probably taking a little hit, credibility wise, tackling and just giving up a lot of big plays. And Surtain and McKenna has kind of been playing good football, but we're gonna need just the team as a unit, as a whole, to kind of win us a national championship. We're gonna need a team as a whole to win us a national championship. And if that can happen, I can see our chances. If not, we're in trouble. We're gonna have to wait till next year. We might have to do it anyway. I'm gonna be real. We may have to do it anyway. We have to wait till next year. But hey, what can we say? One of those years we might have to just chalk it up. I'm not ready to throw the flag in, the towel in, because hey, I still say we got opportunity. I still say we got an opportunity to finish this thing strong. Just getting in the playoffs is the key. I think if you get in the playoffs, you have enough time in that stretch to kind of get Mac Jones kind of real comfortable with these guys, just on the elite level, on the big stage, and I think he'll shine. He might turn out to be a lot better than a lot of people think he is. I just like to see it, though. Go ahead and kind of get a good gauge of it, but it can happen, though. He won't be the first at Alabama. He won't be the last, and Tua just hey, coming behind Tua, what can you say? He's not going to measure up. We're not going to get the same type of offense. He's not going to be the guy. You know, we preaching about Tua now. This is Tua compared to Mac Jones. It's a difference, and it's just a difference, you know. And we just got to, you know, get behind Mac Jones and keep going with it. And I think he's, like I said, I think he's capable of doing it. I can't wait to see him out there against Auburn, you know, and a lot of reps with these guys. We just got right now. Alabama needs to get healthy. I don't know if it's enough time to get them healthy. You just gonna have to get them healthy enough, you know, healthy enough to finish out the season. And I don't know if you can get these guys. We got a lot of injuries right now, a lot of injuries, and you can tell with the defensive play and the chemistry. It's affecting the chemistry, you know. The chemistry of the programs are being affected. So we kind of got to get all this kind of gelling back going. We got to get everybody playing good, solid football back, and you know, and we should be all right. We just got to deal with the next couple of weeks with the criticizing the Coach Saban coaching and Tua injury and the dropping to number 5 and the Georgia hire. We're gonna have to deal with all right there. We can't have no other kind of way. You know, it's a part of football, and you know, and we just got to kind of maintain and kind of get these guys healthy and you know, kind of find a little last effort run down the stretch. You know, like I said, getting the playoffs is the key. And like I said, the committee, you know, like I said, I felt 4 or 5 would be the spot we thought was going to fall to, and that's what we feel. And like I said, I'm not worried about the top 4. Somebody's going to lose. I'm not even worried about that. You know, I'm just trying to finish up. You know, somebody's going to lose in the final in the top 3, and you know, and Bama get in. We just can't lose. We can't lose another football game. We can't play sloppy football here on out. We got to go out. We got to stop our opponents, shut them down. We got to take care of business and get out the field. Even with Mac Jones, we got to do it. You know, committee right now. The committee, everybody doing their voting. They're looking for a reason not to put Alabama in the playoffs right now. They're looking for that reason, and you know, and that reason can come at any point in time. A bad game against Auburn, where LSU's and everybody else kind of beat them, you know, played them and kind of beat that'll be a bad look for Alabama. They need to really kind of go out even with Mac Jones and kind of win that game, you know, convincingly. And I think they can with Mac Jones, and they need to do it. If they can go out and do that, you know, they'll be all right, you know. And I appreciate all y'all tonight too in the chat room. Like I said, JD Cat, Darlene Phillips, and James Brown, and oh wow, we Powder Ridge. We've had Jason, quite a few in tonight. I appreciate y'all, and you know, I think Alabama, like I said, we're gonna be fine. You know, the Tua injury today was the biggest news, and I think Coach Saban feelings for Tua, and hey, who's not surprised? I'm quite sure Coach Saban just as hurt as anybody else when it comes to this Tua news. You know, I'm not gonna pile on him. You know, hey, it happens. You know, accident happened, freak accident happened, shouldn't have played. However you want to justify this happened. We can move on now. It happened. We can't change time, and we can move on to the next phase. And the next phase is getting the next one ready. You know, and that's what's going to happen. We got to get these guys ready and get these guys ready to play football, and we can get them ready to play football. I think, like I said, once again, I think Alabama's in good hands right now. Coach Saban knows how to coach his team up. Like I said, you got a lot of young guys who probably hadn't been in this situation, and guys nicked up, and you know, we just need to get these guys out here and get them healthy once again. Get them healthy and get them ready to finish out strong. Western Carolina, Auburn, and whoever else in the playoffs. You know, it's gonna take them gelling together. It's gonna take, like I said, Lewis and Jennings, McKinnon. It's gonna take the upper echelon. It's going to take the leaders on this defense, if we have any leaders. It's going to take them guys to kind of step up and show the rest of the country, you know, you can still play to a elite level when it comes to Alabama. You know, you just got to get these guys, got to get them, you know, zoned in, you know, get them healed up, get them ready to go. You can get them ready to go, you know. We'll be fine. I just think, you know, the media is going to come at Alabama right now with all type of, you know, scenarios right now. And, you know, and they finally have a punching bag. It's Alabama. We used to it. You know, this ain't the first year they done jumped on us. Won't be the last year, you know. Long as Coach Saban is Alabama, and as long as Alabama is Alabama, it's going to happen, you know. It's going to happen, period. We can't get around there. You know, it comes with the territory. When you one of the best teams in the nation and you've been doing it consistently, guess what? The good comes with the bad. So Coach Saban handling his part, and I'm good with it. You know, I don't give a crap what the haters say and how the haters say it, and you know, I just hope and pray we just get to the playoff. We get to the playoff, we good. My odds and my chances are just as good as anybody else winning the national championship. We get to the playoff. So guess what? I'm fine with it. Let's get to the playoffs, Alabama, and let's win a national championship. And you know, what can we say? You know, for the most part, I'm gonna say roll tide with it. You know, like I said, I want to thank all y'all for joining me tonight. You know, like I said, I'd rather do this than to talk Twitter with y'all and tweet back and forth with y'all. I'd rather have fun and just talk a little football. I'd rather say what I got to say than to tweet it anyway. You know, but hey, I enjoyed y'all, and you know, once again, I get to talk, and I forgot all about the number 1,000 times. I had a little phone issue, but we kind of got it squared away. But you know, you can always give me a call at 205-508-0762, 205-508-0762. And, you know, we just talking a little football, having fun with it, and trying to, you know, just see what the season's going to hold for Alabama right now. Right now, you know, they got a lot of issues. We'll be all right. We got to get it together. And, you know, for the most part, Alabama tends to kind of finish strong, you know. Whether we win a championship or not, we finish strong. So I'm just gonna sit back and see what Coach Saban and Goldberg now can kind of put together and bring to the table with Alabama. And like I said, I'm not worried about Auburn. I'm worried about the first round of the playoffs. That's when it gets serious, the first rounds of the playoffs. And you know, we get in the playoffs. The first round of the playoffs is going to be a task. You're going to have to play 2 national championship caliber games to win a national championship. You're actually going to have to play 3 from here on out after this weekend. You're going to have to play 3 national championship caliber games to win a national championship. And let's see who we got. We got somebody before we get off the air. Who we got right here? Hey, what's going on?
Okay, go smoke another one and come back in 15 minutes, and I want to talk to you about Alabama.
Always, my man. What you got going on, Rich?
I'm listening to you, man, and look, man, nobody loves your enthusiasm and passion, and Phyllis. I love you, Darlene, Jaylene. I mean, all us Bama fans. I mean, I love the passion and the emotion. So this ain't about that. But it is about the long view, Jerome. And I counted today, because it's driving me crazy, I counted 11 early entrants to the draft. 11.
Yeah.
Okay? And last year was 8 sanctioned and 3 others like Mack Wilson that he didn't want to leave, you know. So you're talking about 20 kids in the last 2 years that have left early for the draft.
Yeah.
How long can they sustain that? What's the sustainability? Because look, these other schools, Oklahoma, Ohio State, LSU, they have the same Alabama problems, but not to Alabama's degree. They'll have 5 kids leave. We'll have 10. Well, you compound that over 5 years and look at the numbers, right? It's just really starting to worry me when I take the long view on the ability to win national championships. Not to compete. They are going to always compete, but the ability to win a national championship. You understand what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah, I agree.
It's like they're swimming up. You know, I always quote the number of NFL players. I mean, there's 58 now. What's there going to be 70 next year?
Well,
it's like, and look, the 11 I counted are all gone. There's no question that they're leaving. And I know you don't like Raekwon, but he's a senior. He's gone. And Jennings is a senior. He's gone. So you got that. And then you have 2 of them that I think are on the bubble that could leave. And that's Brown, the right guard, 65, that we're all glad he came back. And Brian Robinson.
Brian Robinson will be back. But you have to look at it like this right here.
How do you know they're going to be back? Because in the old days, here's what I'm going to tell you.
Brian, listen to me. If Brian Robinson go to...
Nick was listen, Jerome, in the old days, Nick was able to go to a Reuben Foster and a Jonathan Allen and talk them into staying. It's a business decision. You'll get drafted higher, and they'll listen. Just recently, when I've been the trend, Ronnie Harrison, who got in a public spat with Saban, if you remember.
Yeah, I remember.
Get picked for the 3rd round. Mac Wilson, there's no fucking way that he was ready to go to the NFL last year. And he wound up going in the 5th round. He's starting on the Browns. So to me, what I'm telling you is what I see in the long view is these kids aren't willing to stay anymore. They just want to get to the league.
Well, it's a business
and I
now.
don't know how this can continue with this. I mean, all these kids are gone. They're all leaving, Jerome. Every one of them. The 3 wide receivers. You know.
Well, listen to me. The nucleus. I agree with you on all of that.
Could come back.
But listen to me.
Could come back.
I agree.
Out of your mind?
No, you listen to me though, Rich. I agree with you on everything you said, though, my man. I do agree with you, but listen to it like this. That's Alabama, man. That's a part of the game. We have missed on recruits this year. Last couple of years, we've had a bunch of transfers. But listen though. But hold up a second though, Rich. Hold up a second though. We have lost a bunch of guys to injuries. Okay. Then too, man, you know, these guys, unfortunately, for whatever reason, man, they going to the NFL, whether they think they're ready or not, family issues, they going to the NFL. Okay. But guess what though? We've been dealing with this for 13 years though, Rich.
Not to this degree.
Not to this degree, though. Well, not to this degree. I understand that. Just over the last couple of years.
Jerome, he was able to talk a kid like Reuben Foster to come back for a senior year. He was able to talk a kid like Jonathan Allen to come back. They listened and they got upgraded in the 1st round based on their slot.
Yeah.
He couldn't talk Mac Wilson and Ronnie Harrison and these kids in the stand.
Well,
that's more recent.
Well, it's more than it's
He's
something.
He's going to go crazy this year with the parade in his office this year. The
line but you know what though? He's got a good nucleus of young guys though, my man. That's Alabama. You're gonna lose some guys, and you know for the different reasons is man. You don't know why Mac Wilson was ready to get out there. He had issues, didn't want to practice, whatever it may be, and it probably affected the chemistry. You know, you're going to deal with that at Alabama. Not every guy going to.
You know what the issue is, Jerome?
What's that?
Some money's better than no money.
Well, and
when
you got
nothing. When you got no money, some money's better than, you know what I'm saying?
Well, let me tell you what.
To stay anymore.
Well,
it's all about making money.
Alabama's going to have to start playing these freshmen at a young age because what's going to happen is at Alabama, what's been happening in the last couple of years is like the NBA, high school basketball. You can play 1 year and go to the pro. Right now at Alabama, you're fixing to have to deal with if I can go to the league in 3 years, I'm gone. Right. Okay, it done caught up with Alabama the last couple of years with injuries. Right. Like I said, misses in recruit. But you guess what though? But we got guys coming in your last couple of recruiting class. You gotta reload. It's affecting Alabama this year. But guess what though, Rich? It's gonna affect Clemson next year. It's gonna affect Georgia. It's gonna affect everybody. Got to deal with it. You see what I'm saying? Well, look at the coach. Look at your coach, man. Look at your coach. Look at what we done over the last 12 or 13 years, man. We recruit at a high level. We get guys to the NFL at a high level.
Recruiting at the same high level as well now.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So it's harder for us to win championships because you got more programs right now, man. That's recruiting negative against Alabama. Yep, you got more programs now. You got more programs now.
Something about these recruiting rankings. This is one of the biggest misperceptions.
Oh, yeah.
Okay? Because when you see Alabama had the #1 recruiting class and then UGA was 2 and LSU was 3, these are like horse races. You ever see a horse race? The horse wins by a nose. The second place guy is this far away. The third place guy is that far. That's how close they all are. In those recruiting rankings. So you take a kid like Alfano, who is probably the #1 recruit on Alabama?
Yeah.
Take him out of that mix, and are they the #1 recruiting class? The answer is no. They'd probably be 2 or 3.
Well,
it's that close. You understand what I'm saying?
Well, I know exactly what you're saying, man. Over the next few years, man.
Another misperception that you constantly hear about. Wow, they got the #1 recruiting class. Well, they do.
Well, that's just to drive money and conversation.
Very, very close.
Yeah, that's just to drive money and
Secretary at
conversation,
the
man.
Belmont.
Well, I
You
listen.
what?
I don't disagree with what you're saying. I'm saying that's more or less recruiting services to drive money and conversation, man. You know, and Coach Saban get his guys in, Kirby get their guys in, Clemson get their guys in. They do their own evaluation, you know. So they know who they getting in, man. The key is, you know, Alabama and Clemson has been doing a better job at developing talent, my man. They've been doing the best job at developing talent, getting the most out.
But here you go again, and that's true. But I'll tell you why. The biggest reason why Clemson beat Alabama in that game last year, from a personnel standpoint, is they had those 3 defensive linemen that all stayed for their senior year, and they were all number 1 picks.
Yes, I understand that. Yeah, and
Right.
guess what?
And that's what I'm saying. Our kids aren't staying. He had 3 kids. He had 3 number 1 picks that he was able to talk back.
Well, Rich, Rich, Alabama have went through a couple of seasons, man, where they've kept guys on the roster, man, was able to talk some guys back and win championships and face the Clemson roster who wasn't able to talk guys. And Clemson, them guys wasn't able to do it.
How many years ago that was now already, though? That's what I'm saying. I'm talking about now and moving forward.
Well,
this conversation is we're like probably 6 weeks ahead of it, because after the season, when they have to declare for the draft, they got to go through the draft grading process. And then
well, Rich, let me ask you a question.
Yep,
Over
anything you want, Dr.
over the last 13 years, my man, how many years have Coach Saban put up with 10, 11 guys we losing every year to the draft? How many guys?
Never this many. Never.
Rich, over the last
2 years.
Rich.
No, I'm talking about early entrance.
Well, I understand. I understand that. I understand that.
The answer to that question is never.
Listen, I understand what you're saying, but what I'm saying is over the last 5 or 6 years, over the last 5 or 6 years, Coach Saban has on an average 9 to 11 guys have left the team. Rich, we have had over 9, 10, 11 guys drafted, free agents after free agent, probably a total of 12 guys over the last 3 or 4 years. Do what?
I'm talking about the junior eligibles. I'm talking about the kids
well, I'm talking about as a whole.
You want to count the seniors this year, Jerome?
Well,
you want to count the seniors? They're going to have about 15.
Well,
Jennings is getting drafted. Raekwon Davis is getting drafted. Who else is a senior? Well, that's 2 right off the top of my head. I'll keep thinking.
Well, Rich, it's only affecting us in national championship games, though.
What's that, bro?
How is it affecting us? So your only measuring stick to say it's affecting us is through Clemson beat us in the national championship game. Okay. Hey, we can't win them all.
No, I get that. I know the Patriots don't win the Super Bowl.
Yeah, we can't win them all.
Let's just talk about the offensive line that you and Larry were talking about earlier. Dickerson's gone, the senior. Both tackles are number 1 picks, Wills and Leatherwood. So there's 3 of the offensive line, and that's not counting Brown, who I just brought up. That'll be a major surprise if he leaves. And I won't blame the kid if he leaves, because some money's better than no money.
Well, so if
Brown leaves, if Brown's a big surprise this year, that means 4 of the 5 offensive linemen are gone. Now the quarterback's gone, Tua. The running back, Najee Harris, junior eligible, he's gone. The 3 wide receivers are gone. Now, how many returning starters is Alabama going to have next year if that all happens? 1?
Well, Rich,
that's what I'm telling you. This is killing them. The early entrants are killing them. All 3 wide receivers can come back. They're all juniors. Every one of them come back. Do you think any one of them are coming back?
Well,
I got news for you. Waddle would leave if he could. He's only a sophomore.
Well,
thank God he's coming back.
Well, Rich, I had news for you too. It's a business now, so I don't blame them guys for leaving.
Of course. I don't blame them at all.
Yeah.
Of course it's a business.
Yeah, and the thing.
I don't blame any of of them.
And the thing about it is, though, man, Alabama been going through this for the last 12 years. Rich, this ain't the first time. This won't be the first time we have lost so many offensive linemen. We lost the whole offensive lineman when Barrett Jones them left. I can't remember the year, but they told us, well, we can't win a national championship because we done lost the whole offensive line. But hey, we won the national championship that year. So, we got guys in the pocket back there, the young guys. Next year it'll be more based off of experience with youth. But hey, we just as loaded as the rest of the teams, my man, across college football. No other program has been able to even come close to doing what we've done in college football. So on a 12-year,
the NFL players, that's my math. Again, I'm trying to talk math.
Yeah.
Okay, that's my argument is math.
But
they got 58 kids in the NFL. The next closest team's Ohio State, 45. 13 more players. That's huge.
Well,
they got 20 more players than UGA, 20 more than LSU,
yeah,
20 more than Florida.
But Rich,
that's crazy, Jerome. I mean, I
agree with you.
That's math.
Well, I agree with you, though.
We're going to get killed again. We're going to get killed again.
Well,
the entire offense could be gone.
Well, you know what? Like I said, my man, I'm not worried about it. Every year we lose some cats. Coach Saban seems to have the right guys in place. We playing a bunch of young guys. You see a bunch of young guys playing on the offense. I think the receiving corps is going to be all right next year. Offensive line going to be all right next year, man. We got a lot of guys playing. We're going to have some key guys. Neil, you still got the Randolph guy. You still got who is it from Clay Chopper? Clay Chopper, Hewitt Trust for Paul Pierce, I think his name, the Pierce kid. You still have talent. You got the kid out of Thompson High School. You still got a lot of talent on the offensive line, man. Alabama's going to be in good shape all across the board next year. You're playing a lot of talent on the defense this year. Right. So it's going to show up next year.
And the math is they're going to replace 9 starters.
They always do.
Deontay Brown.
That's why your recruiting classes that's coming in, my man, is so important.
I know.
So important.
I'm trying to give you the math.
Yeah. Oh, I agree with you.
Defense real quick. Let's talk about the defense real quick. All right, the defensive line, Raekwon Davis gone, Terrell Lewis gone, Jennings gone. Go to the line. Some McKinney, the safety, gone. Diggs, who I constantly hear people complain about. He's like the second or third projected cornerback to go in the draft this year.
Yeah, based off of height, man, and weight and speed. It's based off his height, his reach. He's a big corner. Yeah, he's measurable. He's a big kid.
His speed, his arms,
yeah. But he's just been playing, looking pretty bad.
Number 1 pick.
Well, I can see him being a second-round draft pick, man. He's gonna make some money.
He's first-round pick.
No, Diggs ain't. He's not gonna go to first round.
All right, we'll have a separate bet. All right.
Okay.
On that.
Okay.
All right, we'll have a separate bet. But again, just look at all those kids I just named.
But look at all the guys that are playing too. He's playing an awful lot of young talent too this year, Rich.
Right.
So, you don't have a choice. Clemson did the same thing. They lost all their guys. They're playing a bunch of young talent. You know what? You have to now. It's not only affecting Alabama, man. It's affecting all other programs. Everybody's dealing with these guys going to get this money right now. Everybody trying to play in the NFL, my man. I'm gonna tell you something. Like I told you the other night. That's why it's gonna be important if this XFL man can get going and they can produce $200,000-$300,000 a year contracts. That's gonna hurt the college football game worth more than the NFL.
Yeah. Well, I wanted to make you feel better, Jerome.
Oh, you can't make me feel.
That the punter and the kicker are both coming back.
You know what, Rich? You know what, man? I don't know what to say about Alabama punting and kicking, man. You know what? It's so crazy, man. It don't matter how high rated these guys come in, man. They just don't pan out. They do not pan out, man. But you know what though? We'll be all right. We seem to kind of.
I know we'll be all right. We'll be in the hunt.
Yeah.
There's no question we're going to be in the hunt for the national. I'm not saying that.
Yeah. Oh, I know what you're saying.
Say, from a math standpoint, our attrition, we're losing more guys than the other teams are. That's all I'm telling you. And eventually, those numbers compound.
Yeah, it's caught up to us now.
11 last year, those numbers they keep adding up.
Yeah.
and then you throw all the other stuff in the equation, like injuries and busts and guys like Alfano. And who was the other kid they lost? It wasn't just Alfano.
Man, they've lost quite a few. We actually lost one today. I saw Scuba Carter. Somebody is going to the transfer portal.
Oh, really? See, I didn't see that yet. Yeah. Shoot, really?
Yeah, we lost one today. I think he was announced. I think he announced he's going to the portal. So, but hey.
And Jerome, man, I trust Nick. Don't, I mean, I'm with you. The first thing I said, you, Phyllis, Darlene, Jaylene, I'm with all y'all. I'm with you. I'm just trying to be realistic, and sometimes math comes into it, and I get worried.
Well, let me tell you.
How long can they,
Well,
how long can they keep it up?
Well, listen to me.
I just wish Ohio State lost 20 kids. You know what I mean?
Well, you know what, man?
To see Georgia lose 20 kids.
They can't. They won't handle it. It can't handle it. They can't handle it. Georgia trying to get to that way. Clemson can absorb it right now. They be able to do it right now. I don't know if LSU will be able to do it next year. Right now, like I said, it's only kind of 2, maybe 3 programs that's able to reload and do it, and it's Bama, Clemson, and Ohio State right now. Georgia looking like, and the Georgia big test and LSU big test is going to come next year, especially if them 2 guys go to the pro. Once they go to the pro, you'll see then the drop off.
And I hate to bring this up, especially since his brother, we're talking so much about his brother, but I don't think Talia stays. I really don't.
You don't?
I really, really don't. I think this kid from California is going to come in, and I think Talia is going to say, nah, I'll just transfer because I want to play.
Well, I can see
both. I really don't.
Well, I can see Coach Saban kind of giving Talia, right along with Mac Jones. I think all of them get their fair shot. Paul Tyson. I can see it panning out. Talia with another year up under his belt, man, coming in really fighting for the job, and Bryce Young coming in getting a few, packages. I think Shark's smart enough to give packages to either or, whether it's Talia or Bryce Young. And I think if it pans out that way, whichever one can kind of take control of the team and show them they can win the football game, take control of, the football team for the next couple of years are going to win out. I think you're probably not going to really see who's going to be Alabama quarterback next year. It'll probably be the following year.
Well, to be honest with you, I think Mac Jones has a real good chance of transferring as well.
Me too. I do too.
Because he's another one that wants to play. All these kids want to play, and quarterback's not a rotational position.
Well,
like all the other ones, it's not like you're rotating defensive tackles.
Well, Mac Jones' issue is he's going against Bryce Young and Talia, so he's going to kind of lose out on that, especially if Bryce Young can come in, man, and you can hear the buzz, and he can come in and kind of take control of this offense in the fall or spring. If he can come in and win it, man, Mac Jones gone, because you know what? They're going to want that tour effect, the University of Alabama. They're not going to get it because it's not there, but Bryce Young will be the closest to it,
Hey, real quick, and I know nobody else is calling. Probably nobody else is listening anymore either.
Yeah, you know what? I'm actually fixing.
You mentioned those tackles, Jerome.
Yeah.
And my point about these early entrants, listen to these names just in the last 4 years. You want to talk about our defensive tackles? How about Quinnen Williams, who was number 1, number 2 overall? I don't even remember last year. Not a first-round pick. I mean, he was a top 5 pick. I think second he went to the Jets. Deron Payne, Delvin Tomlinson, Jerron Reed.
You lost a lot of talent.
That's four NFL starting nose tackles. Three of them were number 1 picks in the last 3 years.
I agree with you. It's affected Alabama over the last couple of years, and I understand what you're saying.
If those kids would have came back, 2 of them would have came back. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm trying to say.
Oh, I agree with you. But you know what, though?
I mean,
it's a business now.
58 of them on Sunday.
It's a business now, man.
It's incredible.
Yeah. It's a business now, and everybody trying to make money, man. And these guys now trying to take care of their families. They trying to live. They try, because your career could be cut short in a heartbeat.
I hope Fred's still on here. He was in the chat room almost. A guy from Kentucky.
Okay.
Our friend. Now, what I would say to Fred, or what Fred would say to us, is we're so jealous of Nick Saban because you've had the same success as Calipari has had with putting kids in the NBA. The difference is Nick won championships and Cal didn't. Cal's won 1. Nick's won 5.
Well,
So, you know what I'm saying? So I'm drawing a correlation between Alabama football and Kentucky basketball.
yeah, I know.
Calipari, we're talking about the problem of early entrance. Gosh, Kentucky loses their whole team every year. I mean,
Yeah,
you talk about percentage of kids in the NBA from Kentucky versus everybody else.
yeah, but
But the Kentucky fans, like Fred, they'd rather have Saban. They'd rather have championships.
well, it's all
than
about the
all these
money
kids
now,
in the
Rich.
end. You know what I mean?
It's
Yeah,
all-
of course.
It's all about the
of
money
course.
now. Yeah.
Right, of course.
The fun and the
Well, I
competitive is
understand.
gone. The fun and the competitive is gone. It's about the money now. You can see it. It's going to the likeness of the kids. It's all about the dollar
What
bill
about-
now.
What about Tua? I don't even want to get into this. The last couple of days, I've been going crazy trying to figure out this loss of value insurance policy that he had, because you talk about losing money. Who knows how much he lost with this injury, you know?
Well, I think
And how many kids are going to look at that and say, damn. I mean, I wrote to Kyle Henderson, Jerome. I mean, I've been crazy the last 3 days about how Tua is going to affect, you know, the money that's going to affect this injury. You know, how much money is it going to cost him? And then how are all these other kids going to look at it and say, holy shit.
I wouldn't be surprised if Tua still get his money, though. I wouldn't be surprised if he
I
still
hope
get.
so.
Yeah, because they know, even though people gonna say he's fragile or whatever it may be, just
Right.
imagine. A lot of people are gonna take that because you don't have the quarterbacks right now in the NFL. So a lot of people gonna take their chances with Tua, man. You know, they rather doggone spend $30-40 million and say what if versus not
Right.
gambling on him. So he's still
If
gonna
any
get
of
his
us-
money.
If any of us had sons that were in this kind of position, there's not one of us that would not say, go. You know, that's
Definitely.
generational wealth.
Yeah.
It's amazing the amount of money, you know?
Yeah, listen to me. I'm a diehard Alabama fan, but I probably would have gave little Nicky that jersey back after Saturday night. Told him, listen, we going to get this NFL money, little Nicky. I'm sorry. Don't call me. I call you.
That's all I was trying to say,
Well,
you know?
I agree
All right,
with
man.
you. I don't disagree with
Sorry,
you.
I didn't want to end this great night on such a downer, but you know, I've been really depressed.
Well, you know what? You always depressed, man. I'm not depressed about Alabama football. It is what it is, man. You know, it comes. You good comes with the bad. We can't win them all. We missing recruiting here or there. We human. So hey, after 13 years of whooping tail, my man, we entitled to a year where we kind of trying to scramble and get everything together. We earned that. We've built that up over the last 13 years. So guess what? If we having little issues now, I'm fine with it. Hey, it's part of it, man. We having all these issues.
Fuck all that. I might hang myself if we lose Auburn.
You're a damn fool then if you do.
I think we'll beat them.
I do too, man. I'm not worried about Auburn, man. Mac Jones will be all right.
They got to do more than anything, and I'll hang up.
What's that?
You know what they got to do with Mac Jones more than anything?
What's that?
They need to run the offense. Just
Yeah.
act like it's Tua there. Because if you saw the Arkansas game,
Yeah.
they're running all those like quick pitches
Yeah.
and all that kind of jet sweeps and all that. Throw the ball down the field.
Yeah.
You got 3 number 1 to wide receivers. Throw the ball down the field. You know what I mean?
I agree with you
Run the
100%.
offense. Run the offense. Don't let everybody saying, "Oh, give Najee the ball 50 times."
I agree
Run
with
the
you.
offense.
I agree with you 100%, man. He's going to have to just run the offense and win a national championship. The defense has to step it up, though.
Well, there's no question about that.
Def-
All right, Dr. J, you're the man, man.
All right, my man. Appreciate
Thanks
you.
all right, see you, my
All
brother.
right, my man. Well, listen, I appreciate y'all tonight. I'm just talking to Rich, got lost in the conversation. I know everybody probably sleeping. I'm probably sleeping too. So listen, I appreciate y'all, and we'll do this again probably tomorrow night, but for about an hour. So normally I do it for about an hour, hour and a half, talk a little football. But hey, for whatever reason, it ran long tonight. But I enjoyed y'all. Roll damn Tide, and y'all don't panic. We'll be all right. Tide Nation not going anywhere. Good night, people.